thing I did not consider when Respawn decided to step their game up and bring all these events, bring all these new modes for us to play, is that although it may be nice to have a lot of new stuff, I do worry that the quality of their stuff may start to suffer. Maybe this is a controversial take, but I think it's obvious that gun run is successful, control is successful, TDM is successful. But when you look at game modes like Heatwave, I don't think that was a good move at all. Some of you guys told me you actually enjoyed it, but I quite frankly think it was like one of the worst modes they've ever put out. When you look at this new mode that they're about to put out, I really worry that fans are going to like let this thing die very quickly. I've also noticed when reading it that I think they're trying to start preparing us for their new Apex Legends solos mode, or rumble mode, whatever you want to call it. So a good bit to dive into today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. I'll pin the comment of whoever makes the funniest joke of what it's like to be an Apex fan. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into this. So the first thing that I wanted to mention, shout out to LeakerBot for sending me a lot of this information as well. I saw that Thornton Smash had posted this. I saw that LeakerBot had posted this, and it was a detailed description about a brand new mode that is coming into the game called TDM Deadeye. So it's actually like a spin-off of TDM. So it's your normal team deathmatch, right? First team to get 50 kills wins. However, there's a little bit of a twist here. So first off, there's two twists: safety's off and aim high. Safety's off is a twist on team deathmatch where there's no shields, no helmets, and then obviously first to get 50 kills. And every player though gets the exact same loadout. And then twist number two is aim high. Every match, every player receives the same randomly selected loadout, and available loadouts are the Wingman, the 30-30, Repeater, G7 Scout, Hemlock, Sentinel, and Kraber. So it's actually the Wingman and 30-30, G7 Hemlock, Sentinel, Kraber. So it kind of goes in pairs like that. So this is a little weird, but I really started to notice that this seems very familiar. Where do I know this from? Well, I don't think this is just a good idea of a TDM that they got. I think that, well, actually, no. I mean, I know the description. So I know this is actually a preparation for what's yet to come in Apex Legends called Apex Legends Rumble modes, or Rumble feature, or Apex Rumble, whatever you want to call it. And Rumble is something that has made a lot of fans happy. Rumble is something that also has made a lot of fans mad. So if you've ever wanted Apex Legends solos mode back in the day, right? You've always wanted to play solo. Your teammates suck and you can't keep carrying them like this. They don't know what they're doing. I just want to play by myself. And back in the day, if you've ever played Apex solos, like in November of 2019, whenever it came out, it was amazing. It was so much fun to play. It was really nice because like I could go up against a pro player. I actually went up against Monsoon one time and it was like actually close. It was a close match. But when I play, you know, solo queue and I get bad teammates and I run into a 3-stack, it's not even close. And it's just embarrassing how bad I get dominated. But when on a 1v1, I was actually playing pretty good. However, obviously it's 2019. I suck now. But anyway, so I noticed that this description of these TDM modes spinoffs with Deadeye were very similar to the Rumble features. So let's go through Rumble features once again. There's no squads. You're playing Apex Legends as solos, and right, you'd be so happy. Let's go. Solos mode is back. Well, not so fast. There's different abilities here you got to look at. In Rumble, you cannot use your legend abilities. Instead, you can only use various consumables that grant you temporary buffs, debuffs, or effects. These are the early descriptions. Some of these things might change, but this is what it basically is right now. So some of these, changeable, things that you could get abilities: Stim, where you get increased movement and health regeneration, but also increases your damage taken and lowers your vision. Cloak, which makes you invisible for a short duration. EMP, that disables the electronics and shields nearby enemies, but also damages yourself and alerts them on your location. Also, I forgot to say that Cloak also silences your weapons and footsteps. A little weird because, a lot of that stuff is already silent because the audio in this game sucks. Berserk, Berserk is also an ability. Increases your melee damage and knockback, but also reduces your weapon accuracy and range. And then Swap allows you to swap your position or in loadout with a random enemy, but also alerts them of your swap. So it's like getting snagged and then like you just flip sides of the map. I guess it's a little bit of a weird ability. So they're like random abilities. There's no abilities, but there are abilities, and they're just random. Then also same concept as the TDM feature that we have right now. No loadouts. Instead, you get a random loadout. I really think that they're trying to prepare you in these TDM like LTMs for what's future in Rumble, because it's very similar. There's no loadouts, similar to how this new TDM mode is going to work. You get random loadouts, and these are ricochet, where your bullets bounce off walls and surfaces and increasing their range of damage, but also making them unpredictable. Explosive loadouts, where your bullets explode on impact and dealing splash damage and knockback, but also consuming more ammo and reducing your fire rate. Disruptor loadouts, where your bullets deal increased damage to shields but reduce damage to health. Incendiary loadouts, your bullets set enemies on fire and dealing damage over time, spreading nearby enemies, but also overheating your weapon and reducing your accuracy. And then the smart loadout, where your bullets lock onto enemies, increasing your hit rate and critical chance, but also making your weapon louder and slower to reload. The reason that I know, well, there's a couple things that really point to this coming in season 17, or at least very, very soon. And then also at the bottom, it says no rules in Rumble. Anything happens. The map, the ring, the loot, the anomalies, the wildlife, the consumables are all randomized. It's all random. The loadouts are random. Abilities are random. Everything's just freaking random, right? Well, the reason that it all makes sense now is because there is a loadout here called Smart, right? Where your bullets lock onto enemies and all this stuff. Well, there's also going to be this smart bullet thing going for this new Legends tactical ability, where it also locks onto enemies. So the whole smart feature actually makes sense to come out, because it's not only coming out for a legend, but we also know that Rumble plans to use this as well. Also, we had this back in February, where Oz basically said, solos are coming back, implying that this is true. And that was back when he said, I don't know if it's true. Well, then he updated this back in March 30th, so about 2 weeks ago, and he said, update, it is indeed true. So he's been able to confirm that this is true. It is coming. I guess I wasn't a one-trick pony after all. And then obviously people are wondering, when is this coming? Well, maybe it is going to be in season 17, considering we are looking like a lot of these things are starting to align. The smart stuff is aligning. The whole TDM Deadeye, you know, trying to prepare us with the random loadout stuff is starting to align. It all makes sense. And I really am excited to see all of these things come to fruition. I'm excited that a lot of players have been wanting solos and finally they'll be getting it back. But last time I spoke about this, a lot of you were upset that like we just want a regular solos, right? Like we just want regular battle royale solos, none of this bull crap, none of these random abilities, random loadouts. At least it is something, I guess. I mean, I guess I can be happy that it's something out there, but this still doesn't fulfill that niche that I'm looking for with the solos mode. When it comes to this TDM Deadeye LTM that's coming out, that's like a preparation for these Rumble modes, when is it coming out? Well, it is actually set to release on April the 25th. So literally about 11 days from now, we're already getting this brand new mode. And it also makes total sense that they're trying to prepare us for what's to come, because Respawn has done this plenty of times in the past. They've started off with regular shields, right? And then they had a Evo shield LTM kind of thing where they did a little trial run and then they made it permanent. And then they had some other things with shields and stuff that they did a little trial run and they made it permanent as well. So a lot of times they will actually use these LTM modes as like a training ground to see what works, see what doesn't work. And then they'll decide, okay, this is good, because they've already been working on something in the background to make it permanent, or maybe make a big change as well. And they want to get some feedback before it goes live. And so they use these little LTMs as a way to get feedback, really. So I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about this brand new TDM Deadeye mode, and also the Rumble feature mode that seems to be coming very shortly, down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, funniest joke about what it's like to be an Apex fan will be pinned in the comments below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. The Viber Die, only positivity. And until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.